And now, here he is. He's the master of my fate. He's the captain of my soul. He's the man that I married, Mr. Martin Gabel. That's a marvelous idea. It's the first time I think that's happened. There was no timbre in the voice at all to identify.
We couldn't figure. You know, we knew we both wanted to answer, but how could we do it so you wouldn't know there were two of us?
Oh, very good. You might have tapped it out.
Shows you that marriage makes two people as one.
Yes.
Oh, Martin.
Doesn't it, Archie? John, except in my marriage, I've had no instinct for success in my life.
Oh.
What a wonderful sentence. Thank you.
Is it somebody that I know in a dear, homey kind of way?
Yes, you're digging, baby.
Gabel?
I know. Marty, how many men have I worked with that I feel homey about?
You know, following my wife's career is a full-time job in itself.
Both the male and the female might wear this product, and we don't know the exact statistics. Is that all right, Mr. Hill?
How did I get a no, then?
Because, dear, it costs less than $3,000.
This is no way to start the new year.
Baker Street.
You may have to live in Baker Street after that remark.
Have I ever met you?
Yes. Well,
Kilgallen.
and often, too.
And what?
And often, too, Martin.
Well, Martin?
I have nothing to say. My wife's here.
But you will later, won't you, dear?
Miss Francis?
I don't know. I'm going over a long list from the Black Book in my head.
Whose Black Book?
Is the picture that you made that is about to be released, is it one that was made in Hollywood? No.
8 down and 2 to go, Mr. Gabel.
I wouldn't dare guess now. I pass. Danielle. May I call you Danielle?
Of course, yes.
Thank you.
Be careful at all times.
I notice that you have a very healthy color, Miss Mark.
If you would, yes.
We think we know down here by now.
If you would like to teach somebody how to drive, it means that you do have arguments with other people on the road, that you might disagree with the way they turn or the way they move on the road.
No.
That
No?
makes it 6 down and 4 to
He's
go.
not.
Now, what was it you were saying, Martin?
We thought we knew. As in most of those cases, we don't. Do you either drive or pilot for the president?
That is right.
Must I make a choice of one of those two?
Yes.
Well, if the past is any guide to the present, I always make the wrong choices, one of two. So I'll say you drive for the president.
That's very good, Martin. 6 down and 4 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
In the division of animal, vegetable, and mineral, would it be vegetable?
No.
4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Gabel.
Would it be animal?
No.
5 down and 5 to go.
If Miss Mitchell is a coal miner, I'm quitting, John. John, it's all too obvious. Mrs. Yeager's from Miami. She's not sunburned. She's a beautiful blonde. She's obviously a typical American school teacher.
1 down and 9 to go. Your logic is wonderful, your conclusion in error.
Mr. Moore, you have the general assured and composed look of a man who might be in the arts, are you?
No.
Mr. Kabibi, there's something very sporting looking about you. Has your service anything to do with sports?
No.
That's 4 down and 6 to go.
I want to congratulate you on your deductive powers.
Thank you. Professor Moriarty. Are there human beings that come to you for your service?
Sometimes.
And sometimes you go to them?
Yes.
Yes. That's to give you an evidence of the ratiocination of my mind. Thank you, Bill.
Wow.
We can tell you that Mr. Winter is self-employed and deals in a service, and let's begin the questioning with Martin Gabel.
Mr. Winter, you're dressed in a very modern, very attractive, very go-ahead way. Have you anything to do with the world of music?
Yes.
Are you a band leader?
Yes.
You're kidding.
Well, he's so
Come on, Martin.
I'm afraid he is.
Is it something as general as, say, a bathing suit?
Is it as general as a bathing suit, specifically in that particular area, having some relationship to water?
John, I have learned to make my questions general enough to form an umbrella which would encompass...
Well, that's what I was concerned about.
I leave it to your conscience, John.
Well,
does the noble and sacred institution of marriage have anything to do with your work?
Yes.
Do you give marriage counseling of any sort whatsoever?
Oh, Martin, that was delightful. Martin has learned his way around this show with a vengeance, I must say.
Does the work that you do have anything to do with any of the equipment for the any of the armed forces of the United States?
by you're speaking now of military hardware, I take it, Martin.
Or clothing, or anything like that.
I mean, the production, sale, distribution thereof, that sort of thing?
John, history teaches us not to take your lead. Do you have anything to do, any relation to the armed services which has nothing to do with production, sales? I took a lead.
Yeah, we'd have to give you a yes.
Yes.
Well, have they fewer than 4 legs?
No. That makes it 7 down and 3 to go, Mr. Gable.
I have to have a recap here, John.
Oh.
They are not 4-legged animals, but they do not have fewer than 4 legs, therefore they have more.
That's right.
Have they more?
Think of another question.
There are, okay. They have more than 4 legs.
Maybe.
They're animals. No, they have more than 4. He's offered a great deal of information, Mr. Torrey.
Yes.
Mr. Gable?
Did I hear you perform the other night at a party?
If you were sober, yeah.
Are you Phil Silvers?
I used to
You accept the word well-known, successful,
Distinguished reputation?
distinguished
Yes.
reputation? Are you Leonard Bernstein?
I'm his friend.
Would you be Mr. Bing?
I'm his friend.
I think it sounds rather like a Rockefeller, does it to you?
Are you Lawrence Rockefeller?
No, I am not.
9 down and 1 Is he your friend?
Mrs. Yokoi, with all respect, I couldn't help noticing that you have a beautiful figure. If Arlene will forgive me for this question, you're terribly good looking, if I may say so.
Thank you, sir.
John, if it's not bad form, I'd like to say that I'm overcome with admiration for Dorothy's power of analysis.
Oh, so am I.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you, Martin.
Very
I'm
good. We
overwhelmed
would-
by
but-
your courtesy and generosity.
Could I ask a question and show my stupidity? What is a quarter horse?
It's a horse that'll run for a quarter.
I thought you were going to say, Arlene, it's a horse that'll run a quarter of the way around the track and then quit.
A quarter horse,
Yeah, please, Martin, because
A
you
quarter
are the
horse
expert.
serves a real function. The cowboys ride what are approximately quarter horses because they have a quick breaking turn of speed and they're very useful to corral a straying cow in a herd. So out west they encourage this breed because they need them for all the great...
But what makes them specifically quarter horses?
Because they can run a quarter of a mile and they're a cross, I believe, usually between a Mustang and a thoroughbred, aren't they?
Yes.
Are you a jockey too, Martin?
I'm a city...
Well, Donna...